by the pine. Headed to the club in the box top down.
What's up, everybody? Alucard Gaming here, and today we are going to be doing the For Honor tier list for overall play meta and just overall, like, who's good with these characters and how they do in today's matchup in For Honor. This is also, I'm also taking into account the nerfs that are coming, for the new character, for the characters that just came out on the Warriors Den yesterday as of 9/4/2025. So today is 9/5/2025, and we are going to be doing a tier list based on that. I have over 1,000 reps into this game. I've played it extensively, both at high level comp play and played in tournaments and won some tournaments, and played casually as well, obviously. So I think I have a good understanding of what I'm talking about here. This is an overall tier list. This isn't really based on, I'm not basing this on high level and what high level people would think. This is just about the overall level of majority of players that play this game, because competitive is like literally like the 1%ers of the game compared to the overall casualness. So we are going to start. Oh, by the way, I will also add, at the end of the ranked list, I'm going to make a little snippet ranked list based on the 4 rework characters that are going to be used in the testing grounds. So that'll be Berserker, Centurion, Berserker, Centurion, Shinobi, and who was it? Peacekeeper. Sorry, I was trying to remember who it was. I'm going to do a little tier list there based on who I think is going to be busted in that tier list. Just a little seed. And let me know if I'm right. If you guys think this tier list is a little wonky and stuff, just let me know in the comments below and what you guys think, if they deserve to be higher or lower. And I'll see you guys. Let's get right into it. Okay. Now, let's start with the busted people. The characters that are overperforming and just overall do good majority of the games no matter what you do. These characters are characters that are just high level, they're very good, like crazy hard to beat. Mid level, they're okay, but they're still overall better than majority of characters. I'm taking into account both high level and mid. So Pirate right now is one of the best characters in the game, just because her ability to gank is still very, very good. She still has 100-0 ganks with people. She could still do a lot. Her defense is very hard to her offense, is very hard to react to now, considering her unblockable chain forward dash is very good. Comp players even said that it's harder to react to nowadays. So she's pretty solid up there. She's, I would say, pretty good. Up next, these two people, I could put them in together because they never changed. They're always in the same spot. These two. Now JJ and BP are not really like, how do I say? They're not necessarily better than the other, but they're so, like, they never changed. They never got any buffs. They never got any crazy nerfs. They got a rework there or two, but nothing game breaking. And it's just, as the seasons go, all it ever is just, a lot of people like playing JJ now, so I guess JJ's better than BP. Or a lot of people like playing BP now. Oh, I guess BP's better. It's not even that. It's just overall these characters are just great at what they do. And they have the best perks in the game, obviously. Like, come on. Alrighty, up next. Who shall we put up there? I feel like there's a couple more S tier characters right now, at least. And this is meta, or just overall. I'm going to do one more S. I'll put one more S. If I had to say one more S, mind you, this isn't the, this is post nerfs. So this is not post. This is now. Like, so the nerfs that are coming in, I'm taking into account. Because if I was doing it as in, like, before the nerfs, Aramusha would be the best character in the game. Aramusha would be considered the best character in the game right now. Because he has high damage, best defense, best perks, and it's overall hard to break him out of defense, and he does super big damage. But we're not doing that right now because he is getting nerfed, and he's actually going to be put in a different spot that I already have in mind for him. S tier wise, I can't say Tiandi because that's force. I don't get Varangian that. Varangian is just always good as it is. A lot of people still hate Varangian overall. I feel like I have to keep high level. This is just everything overall. These characters are just overall good, and they usually win majority of their games. They lose more than they lose. I'm gonna put these for S tier right now. If there's any more, I feel that might down the line I might switch those up. But aside from that, let's go back into the B tier, A tier. We are in the A tier. The best A tier person I would think of that comes to mind. Man, there's so many characters here. Let's give it to Lawbringer. Lawbringer is a very scary person nowadays, like with his buffs and reworks and stuff. He kind of just does a lot. And he's very hard. He's very tanky too with the best perks in the game, mind you. Like, he does a lot. It's very hard to get past his shell, and overall majority of people just play him a certain way, but at higher level that wouldn't work. But overall, because since higher level comp players aren't that very, there's like, for every one comp player there's like 15 casual players type of deal, you know? So keeping that in mind, I would say he belongs there pretty well. I'm gonna put up next, I will put Griffin. Griffin is a way easier character to play than Lawbringer, but overall he still does pretty good. A tier is a pretty good tier. Like, it's not at all bad tier at all. I feel like these are gonna be some hot takes. I think Griffin's still very good. He has big damage. You know, I take that back. I think Griffin might be an S tier. No, you know what? I'll put him in A because I feel like he's actually better than Lawbringer now that I'm thinking about it more. He has big damage still. His feats are really good. He still has good ganks too at high level. Mid level, he's pretty simple and he's hard to beat because a lot of people don't know how to read. And they have a hard time reading chains and stuff and all that. Let's see. Up next, who is annoying that people don't like to fight a lot? We got... Honestly, I would say I'd put Musha right here. Musha's still pretty good, even with his nerfs, but he still has a lot of problems kind of going on with him right now, you know? Like, overall, he doesn't really do that well. Then we got Warlord. Warlord's always going to be up there, hanging up there. He's actually been getting considered... I've been hearing by a lot of people, like bad and good, that Warlord has actually kind of been feeling pretty good this season for some reason. This is just like the feeling of people. I don't know why, but people feel like the meta changes and stuff, but without changes, just people feel the need to play certain characters during these seasons because the changes to the game, and some characters benefit from it a lot more than others. Warlord seems to be one of those characters that are benefiting from this season, and so that's why I'm putting him up there in A. Then we have Conqueror is going to be a nightmare. He is going to be an absolute nightmare now that he has his roll catcher, and he's going to be pretty scary to fight because his defense is high. He has a good unblockable pressure, and he has the best perks in the game. Again, it's just, oh my god, I'm not looking forward to that at all. Then we have the newest character, Viriosa. Viriosa is a very mid character. She's annoying to fight, yes. But let me tell you guys something from my perspective. And this is coming from a person who's played the game and knows how to play and wins majority of his games. Like, in 4s, if I were to play it, like, starting from 12 and I end at, like, 2 in the morning, I would probably lose a total of, like, 2 to 3 games, tops. And that's only because we get too silly and we play around too much. So, coming from that perspective, yes, the character is annoying to fight, but you still beat her. Like, you still win the game. Like, some of my friends complain about her a lot, saying she's annoying and stuff. Yeah, she is. That's her point. But it doesn't change the fact that despite her being annoying and doing that, you're still winning the game. And JC himself even admitted that they saw the stats with her and stuff, is that she's pretty solid in mid. Like, she's a pretty mid-level character because she's not winning a lot, but she's not losing a lot either. She's down the middle in terms of win-loss. From their own stats that they pulled up when they looked up and looked into her. So, yeah, she's pretty there. It's pretty hard to play her, though. Like, you actually have to know what you're doing to play her, despite how it may look. Like, you can't just go into Alucard and think you're going to do good and stuff, you know? But, yeah, that's pretty much her. Up next, we have Khatoon. Khatoon is very good, too, right now. Khatoon is very scary. Just because she has good pressure, she's scary defense, she has good ganks. Overall, easy to play. Actually, I'm going to put her right there because I actually do think she's better than Viriosa. She's pretty scary. I'm not really looking forward to fighting her when I do fight her sometimes, especially a good person. Even when I'm playing characters like Viriosa or Aphira. Alrighty. Ow. Aphira goes up there. Actually, I'm going to move her because she's definitely better than these people. Aphira goes right there. She's definitely better than everyone here. But Aphira, I'm going to put her right there. As the number 1 Aphira main in the world, you know, you see my content, you know what you know. Aphira is just overall good, but no one never plays her anymore. She kind of got one nerf and everyone was like, ew, I don't want to play that anymore. This is scary. This is terrible. I don't like it. But she's still good. From what I've heard, she's actually kind of considered meta still. So take that with a grain of salt as you will. Like, she's super easy to play. She has great combo. She has great mix-up game. Good perks. Good feats. And yeah, that's pretty much it for her. Now, I think we should go to the B tier now. We are in the B tier. The banana. Who is the king of the bees? Leader of the B. Leader of the B team. Let's do a Shaolin. Not a Shaolin. The Kaioshin. Kaioshin is a B tier character, I would think. He's been getting up there though. He might be A. Do I want to put him in A? I'll put him in A. He'll be the last A. Because Kaioshin's actually been doing really well lately. He's like kind of like Warlord. Like they haven't gotten buffed or anything, but this kind of new level playstyle of fighting for the season, some characters has benefited from it a lot more than others. Kaioshin is one of those characters as well, but he still is lacking in a couple of areas compared to everybody else here, that he still kind of slumps down a bit in high level, but mid to casual and stuff, he's very scary as always. Bleed is always scary, but yeah, there's that. All right, first B tier. Now we're staying in B tier. We're not going anywhere for that. B tier. B, we are gonna put... I want to do a Vanguard. I feel like a Vanguard should be here, but I don't know which. I'm not really sure which one right now because I'm thinking. This is overall again. I had to state overall. This is not because a comp player is good with a character does not make the character good overall. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put Raider there. Raider, simple, straightforward. He has great mix-up, great decent damage, and good feats, good perks, and overall just okay. He's pretty solid. B tier is I consider is the mid-level tier. Like S tier is meta. A tier is like backup meta. I would say like other characters that could be meta that you could play as in comp games and still have a good chance of winning. B tier is what I would consider the casual side of runners, like, and then C tier is like the characters that I think are lacking, that need a little more, and obviously these characters need a buff. So then, no, Warden doesn't belong there. Now let's add Tiandi. Tiandi, he's pretty good in 4s. He's the best duels character right now. Like, he's the #1 duelist right now in the game. But in 4s, he kind of falls off because he kind of gets, how do I say it? He gets auto-blocked. Or, I'm spacing on the word. You lock onto someone else to block Tiandi's attacks easier. This is what I'm saying. So that's why he's there. Now let's put Shaolin. Shaolin's very good too, but since they nerfed him, he doesn't have his his knockdown anymore properly, and his ganks kind of fell off. But he's still pretty good because of flicker tech. Like, people think they didn't take it out because I'm assuming they're like, oh, let's just leave it in there. It's a funny mechanic, I guess. But flicker tech's still around. It's still annoying, and it's still kind of super toxic to do. So I don't know if they're ever gonna change that. So it might be here to stay, ladies and gentlemen. So let's just keep it as that. Flicker tech is annoying. His damage is okay. Okay feats. Perks, okay. And so on. Nabushi, she hurts. Do I need to say more? She's one of the hardest hitting characters in the game. You know what? I take that back. Nabushi doesn't belong in there. Actually, she does. She does. But she's the best one. Actually, no, I'm gonna keep her there. She's not the best one. She's a 50-50 character. Not in terms of, like, her attacks, but in terms of, like, is a person good with Nabushi or bad with Nabushi? Nabushi is one of those characters you actually have to have an idea of how to play her. Otherwise, you're not going to be good with her and you're just going to get stomped. She's one of those kind of characters. If you know how to play her, or if you're decent or understand her, you'll do good because she has one of the highest hitting damages in the game at 35. Or, yeah, 35. And then it's just crazy good. Alrighty, let's see. Who else belongs here? Let's do Berserker. Berserker's pretty straightforward. He's pretty fun. Always pretty solid character, obviously, for reasons. I'm going to speed through this a little bit. Up next, Zanhu. Zanhu, same thing. Pretty solid character pick. Honestly, I know this is my last day. Okay, I take that back. Last day! Zanhu. He belongs up there. He's actually better than these people. So Zanhu, last A. For sure, last A. Zanhu is considered kind of meta too right now because he does do good damage and he has overall good control of the field where he's fighting and stuff. But, yeah, alright, last A. There you go. Warmonger, always good, but like she falls behind because of her just overall. She doesn't really have much to her kit. She's very lacking now that they took her superior lights away, and she's just a glorified warden. Speaking of warden, he's the same thing. He's good, but you have to know how to play him to be good. Like, you can't just like go in and think you're going to do good with the character because the character is busted. If you go any of these characters up above, yeah, you overall do good because the character will carry you for the most part because of their kits. Everybody else below is kind of just like you actually have to know what you're doing to play these characters well. Let's see. Gladiator. Gladiator is the same thing. You have to know what you're doing to play this character to play him well. Overall, he's okay, but he still lacks a lot in certain areas. Jormungandr is definitely better than these guys. Jormungandr is just overall good. You kind of don't have to understand him because he's pretty straightforward, but still do at the same time because getting his hammer slam off is not as easy as most people would think it is. Now, let's see. Let's go to C tier now. We're going to go to C tier now. C tier belongs to Sohei. Let's add some Sohei. Now, most people, I think this is a hot take. Sohei kind of lacks until you get souls. And the thing is, you're not supposed to use your souls to do the one-shot unless it's really, really, really necessary. What you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to play Sohei, or the best way to play Sohei, is you get your souls and you use your level 3 perk that gives you a damage buff as when you have max souls, and you keep that until you're in a team fight and you can either A, insta kill someone, or B, heal yourself up, obviously, or C, you keep the damage throughout the fight and stuff, and you can use it however you need it. That's what makes Sohei good. But the problem is, no one knows how to, almost no one does that. Everyone gets the souls up and they think instantly, funny red button, I insta-kill. You know, yes, that's good, but you're doing less overall. So a lot of people don't understand really how to play Sohei. A lot of people just try to use him as his funny button when they get their souls. But what you should do, just for a little lesson, keep the souls. Use the damage buff. You're hitting harder than almost everybody. You're doing big damage. You're super tanky. And if you get low in a team fight, you can heal back up to full. Or if you're at full health and you guys are overall winning the team fight, you can insta-shot someone and just knock them out so it can be a 3v4. Like, that's the kind of way you should be playing them. Overall, a lot of people don't know that. Now, B. I feel like Orochi at high level is very good. Like, at high level, Orochi is probably, like, right here, honestly. At casual and to mid and overall, he's probably at C. Just because he doesn't really have much to his kit. He can't really do much overall damage compared to everybody else. And he does have 0 to 100 ganks, though, which would make him up here because he can be in the meta. Like, high level, yes, he can be in the meta. He definitely should be here. But aside from that, majority of people don't do that, and they just spam lights, and they think they're doing something when they're really just not. And they're kind of more of a fly than anything else. All right, up next, who do we have? We got Centurion. A lot of people still don't know really how to play Centurion properly. They think Centurion is a 1v1 character, and every time they see a Centurion, they try to just let him 1v1 instead of helping him confirm his his punches. I don't know why I said hammer, but either way, they let him confirm it, and it's kind of stupid. Kensei. A lot of people don't really understand how to play Kensei to save their lives. They kind of just fall off there, you know, same thing. Hito's straightforward, but again, since he doesn't have much health to trade now, a lot of people still think they can trade with him, and they don't do it. Shigoki is getting his buff, so I'm going to put him right here, but that doesn't change the fact that he's still lacking very much compared to everybody else at this list. He is very lacking. I'll put Peacekeeper right here because she's definitely better than them. Peacekeeper, very good, but again, a lot of people don't play her the way they're supposed to, so they kind of just spam bleed and then they don't really follow up with that, and they die majority of the time. Shaman is okay. Shaman's pretty solid in ones, but overall, a lot of people, again, don't really know how to play her properly. So they kind of just get walked to mid-level. Shinobi. I'm going to put Shinobi right here. Shinobi. This character is super good on paper, and like he's fun to play and stuff and all that, yeah, but majority of people don't do good with him until they get his leech ability where they can heal off any attack. That's kind of it. Like, he doesn't do much. He gives too much revenge for his kicks, which everybody does and doesn't understand that. So you're making it harder for your team to win when you play him, because majority of people just kick the character and everybody else swings at him, and then it's like reduced damage now, and it's just overall not good. All right, that's all of C tier. Now, these characters that are going to be and needs a buff I would consider to be doing the least in their game, in their respective overall. Like, the characters aren't necessarily bad, but majority of every time I fight these people, I don't have a problem at all. I personally feel like they're throwing because they not only don't understand the character, don't know how to play them, their characters are very, you have to know how to play these characters. Like, actually have to know how to play these characters. Otherwise, you're just going to flop. The best one out of them, though, is Ocelot. He has fast lights. He's pretty straightforward. But ever since he got his nerf, you don't see Ocelot ever. Like, I want you guys to let me know, when was the last time you actually saw an Ocelot? And like, from that time to when was the other time you saw an Ocelot, you know? Like, tell me. I almost never see an Ocelot. I maybe see an Ocelot once a day, and that's if I'm playing all day. And sometimes I don't even see that. Like, Ocelot is a very extinct character right now, and I think he needs a little something to get him back in the saddle a little bit. Up next, we have Ocelot. Not Ocelot. Medjai, I'm sorry. Medjai. He's also another character that's kind of like got nerfed and then got a rework, and it was good, but it wasn't good enough, and then they just kind of... You never saw him. You never see him. Compared to all these other characters, you never see these characters. These are the characters you almost never really see. Then we got Valkyrie. Valkyrie's the same thing. She has good stuff going for her, but overall doesn't really do much, either in damage or pressure. Just, yeah, it's not that best. Highlander. Highlander is another character. Nobody knows how to play properly. No one understands offensive stance. No one understands how to dodge and how to use the offensive stance and just get hit out of it. People that do know how to play him, like at high level, I would put him like right here at A. But yeah. And overall, the worst character in the game still to this day. Like, ever since she came out, I considered her the worst character in the game. Nuxia. You never see a Nuxia. Let's be real. You saw Nuxia once at Christmas, and then after that, you never saw her again. This character is lacking in everything. Honestly, I kind of want her to just get a rework at this point. She doesn't do anything. It's useless. Like, I don't know, man. She's just so lacking. It's so bad. But this is the tier list, guys. Hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you guys think on who do you think is better than the other. Now, granted, this, I would say A and S could be swapped. Like, all the characters, let me amplify this. if you're looking at this as a high level, because this is overall, so this applies to high level too. Overall, everybody in A and everybody in S can be swapped, I would say. Like, some of these characters can be S because they are used in comp, and some of these S can be in A because they're also, like, all these characters are used in comp. The only characters that aren't in A that can be used in comp that are here are... Actually, I'm going to switch that. I'm changing that up. Yeah, I like this better now. The only characters that... Actually... Sorry, I'm having second thoughts about it. Okay, there you go. I fixed it. Alright, S tier. These characters can be in comp, for sure. Usually in comp, 100%. A tier. These characters are also in comp, but they're swapped out. Like, they're usually swapped out or used in another thing. Because some tournaments, for some reason, they have this rule. Like, you can only pick... Say this is your team for the first game. If you win with them, you can't play them the next round. You have to switch other characters for some reason. That's kind of a rule in some of the tournaments that I've seen. It's kind of stupid, but I get it. And these are the characters that usually get swapped in. Also, these characters right here. These are the only characters. Like, Zerker and Up are characters that are in meta that get swapped and changed and stuff. The only reason you would see anybody that is Raider and below are comfort picks. So, okay. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Be sure to let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys in the next one, and let's get right into the special one. Just Thing. So this is for Peacekeeper, Shinobi, Berserker, and Centurion. We're going to be looking at these characters. I'm going to put them all close so I don't... These four right here. I'm going to put a tier list right. Just a little quick one. We're going to do the worst to the best, I believe. Out of all of them. So, out of all of them overall. Actually, yeah. I'll put them, so I will put them from these are my predictions. Sorry. I'm sorry I'm getting tongue-tied a lot. I'm just trying to put my thoughts in the words here. So since there are four, I'm going to use S, A, B, C, and who I think is going to be the really crazy good characters in this testing ground. Now, Centurion is probably going to be the worst because he doesn't... A lot of people don't really know how to play him properly compared to these other characters that are easier to play and have better... His fourth is going to be okay, I guess. Then, bam, Zerker. Zerker is also going to be pretty mid, but, you know, a lot better because a lot of people can easily play him compared to Centurion. His feats are literally the same as the last testing ground. The only difference is they changed the time on his undying. Like, he won't be able to die. Because the last one, they had it for 20 seconds, and they nerfed it to 10. That's literally all it was. Everything else exactly the same. Peacekeeper, same thing. Peacekeeper is going to be overall better because of her fear itself debuff that she puts on people, and it's going to be really scary, to be honest. But best character, it's hands down. Shinobi is going to be insanely good because Leech does so much health regen on the second feat. Why did they think that was a good idea? Like, who in their right mind thought to give his infinite stamina back and his health as his... no. Just no, it's not. It's going to be crazy. This is my prediction, by the way. What do you guys think about the prediction as well? Let me know down below in the comments, and I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoyed the tier list video. It's been a really long time since I made a tier list video. So, if you guys want to see more tier list videos, I'd be down to do that. I can make a class themed tier list based on like assassins, hybrids, vanguards, and so on, and heavies, and make its own separate tier list videos. If you guys want to see those as well, let me know down below, and I will surely get down to doing that. I'd be down to do that. I like these. These are fun. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for joining. Peace.